Welcome to Mr. U's Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Aquaman, starring Jason Momoa as the title character. This film is about Arthur Curry, also known as Aquaman, and he is half Atlantean, half human, since his mother was the Queen of Atlantis, while his dad was just a normal human. And his half-brother from Atlantis, King Orm, wants to declare war on the surface world. So this makes Aquaman go on an adventure to try and become king, so he can create peace between these two worlds. Let's start off with the pros. Jason Momoa as Aquaman did a good job. I like the direction the DCEU is taking with this character, since in the comics and animated series, Aquaman he kind of looked cheesy and he didn't look strong in any way. So for the DCEU, they chose someone buff and he had tattoos. So I think Jason Momoa was the best choice for this part. The director of this film, James Wan, is mainly a horror director. He directed the first two Insidious films, the first two Conjuring films, and even the first Saw film. His really only action film that he has directed was Furious 7, which came out in 2015. And from what I've heard, he did pretty good for that film. So I was excited to see what he would bring to Aquaman. And I think he did quite good for this film. There was lots of tracking shots where they follow the characters, which is really cool because it's like it brings you in the character's position in like real time. So if Aquaman is running, the camera follows them. So I thought his direction was quite good. Also, the villains for this film, which are King Orm, as I've stated before, and Black Manta, were really cool. I think they were set up well, and King Orm was the main villain for this film, so I also hope to see maybe Black Manta as the main villain for a sequel or a spin-off, whatever they are planning with this franchise. Continuing on with the pros, the CGI used for Atlantis was outstanding. It was so colorful and shiny, it was all visual eye candy, and I think that's one of the highlights for this film. Let's move on to the cons now. Amber Heard as Mera, although she wasn't bad, her acting and line delivery came off as bland at certain points in this film. And maybe it had something to do with the writing, with her character, but just throughout the film, something didn't click with this character. Although the CGI used for Atlantis is outstanding, when they use CGI for characters, like if there's a character of a different creature or something kind of similar to that, the CGI didn't really work in this film, and I have a feeling probably they were really focusing on making Atlantis look realistic. But in the end, that led to some characters not looking too realistic. The last two things I wish this film improved on are with the pacing and the editing. So with the pacing, every once in a while, the film kind of got boring, and it took about 5 to 10 minutes for it to get back on its feet. And while 5 minutes isn't, too long, I just wish throughout the film I was always, engaged and on the edge of my seat. And with the editing, they used slow motion at certain points, and it kind of made the film a little bit cheesy in those scenes. I think if they used just normal speed, normal motion, not slow motion, it would have worked. Overall, I thought Aquaman was fine. It's nothing groundbreaking for the DCEU, but it is better than most of the films in that franchise. Jason Momoa gives a great performance as Aquaman. James Wan directed the film quite well, and the CGI used for Atlantis was visually stunning. But what brought the film down for me was with the CGI used for characters, the pacing of the film, and the editing of the film. And that's why I give Aquaman a B-. I recommend Aquaman if you are a fan of the character or if you just want to see what's next in the DCEU. And as always, don't forget your popcorn. Until next time, from Mr. U to you, stay tuned.